Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a new video. In this video, I want to show you 3 muscle up variations and I will also explain to you when you should use which variation. So stay tuned for the video. So the first variation that I want to introduce to you is the high pull-up. The high pull-up is a very useful variation for you, especially if you're currently dealing with some discomfort in the wrists or maybe in the shoulders from the muscle up transition. And by cutting out the transition part and really just working on the explosive pull, you can still get a very specific amount of muscle up work into your training without having the negative effects on your injury from the transition. And how the high pull-up looks like, I will show you now. What we want to achieve is still a very specific muscle up movement. That means we're not trying to pull chest to bar, but more in a muscle up shape, like in the C shape around the bar, but high, very, very high, as high as possible, which looks like this. Second variation that I want to introduce to you are muscle ups without the dip. Why is that a reasonable variation to use? Because often that happens, and that is also the case for me, is that if you don't have a good transition technique and you are not rotating the wrists up together with the elbows, that we are using a very early initiation of the dip to compensate the bad rotation technique, the bad transition technique. And to learn the transition with a very good technique, we're just skipping the dip. And so we now need to focus on a high quality transition. And so if you are struggling with a good transition, especially with a smooth upward rotation of your wrists and elbows, this is a variation that I would definitely recommend to you. And how it looks like, I show you now. The last variation that I want to introduce to you today are muscle ups with an additional swing in between the reps. So if you are an athlete who has problems with the correct muscle up timing and with creating enough body tension because there's not enough time for you once you go down and immediately go back up, you can use this variation and just add an additional swing to get more time, to really think about the correct timing, the correct technique, and the correct body tension, and this might help you to improve your muscle up. And how this variation looks like, guess what? I will show you now. Summing up the 3 variations. If you're having struggle with pain during the transition, but you still need some muscle up specific work in your program, high pull-ups are a great variation for you. If you struggle with a good upward rotation of your wrists and elbow during the transition, the muscle up without the dip can be a very nice variation for you because you're not getting into the situation of compensating transition technique with the power of your arm extensors. And variation number 3 we had is for athletes that really struggle with the right timing, that struggle with the reset after 1 rep, and there you can use the variation of the muscle up with an additional swing. If you have no idea how to program for a muscle up and you really want to achieve it, then of course, as always, schedule a free consulting call and we will see if we can help you to really unlock your first muscle up with our online coaching.